Hello again, and welcome to the third episode of Tech Time with Mr. D. Today's topic will be the school website and how you can edit and customize your teacher page. The first thing you want to do, obviously, is navigate to the school website, which is www.stambroseschool.net. Again, I will include the link. I did include the link in the email, and it will also be in the description below. There's a lot of cool things on the website. I'm not going to give you a tour here because I want to keep this short, but really, especially for new teachers, it's probably worth some of your time to go through the website. I know I particularly find the calendar very helpful at times. So the first thing you want to do is to log in. You need to scroll all the way down to the bottom. And down at the bottom in the lower right-hand corner, kind of hidden, but you know where to look for it, you can find it, is the login. So I will highlight that. See, that's the login feature. You're going to click on login. Now, for teachers returning from last year, our login information, I believe, is all in the same format. For newer teachers, you should have received an email from eCatholic as directed by our webmaster, Mr. Bocanegra. So if you have any issues, if anybody has any issues logging in to the website, please let me know, and I will contact Mr. Bocanegra, and we will get that sorted out as quickly as possible. But for those of you from last year, if you don't remember, the format is thomas.delaney and the number 1. So very similar to our email. And the password, which I'll post so you can see it, is T Delaney, capital T, capital D, E-L-A-N-E-Y, and the number 17. And then I will click Login. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top, and if you notice, it looks pretty much the same. However, in the upper right-hand corner, it now has my name, showing that I am logged in. All right, so now you want to access your own teacher page. So what you want to do is across the different options along the top here, you want to go to Students, and then the very first drop down under Students is Homework. So you're going to click on Homework. And that will bring you to the St. Ambrose Homework page. And you'll see here it's labeled Homework and then Homework Pages, and then you will see a list of all of the different teachers looks like to be pretty much in great order along the way here. So again, I know the new teachers have either been given a page by name or have been given access to the subject area pages. So again, if you're having any issue with that, please let me know and we'll get that sorted out as soon as possible. So I'm going to go down here to my page, Social Studies, Mr. Delaney. So you will navigate to your own personal page. So real fast, I just want to show you what's on my page, so just you kind of have an idea, because I'm using several of the different features, and then I'll get into how you can add them yourself. So obviously there's a title. You'll put a title here. All right, you can add images, both static images, and this is I added a GIF or a GIF. I'm never quite sure how to say that, but that's what that is. I then have important information with my email address, my grading policies. The next section down is my homework, so the homework section of my homework page. I tend to like to put my homework up for the week on, sometime on Monday, and then edit it as needed as the week goes on. How you do that is up to you, but really you should be doing it at the very least daily. Underneath that, I have links. The 8th grade uses an online textbook, so I have a link to that. I have a YouTube channel that I use mostly for student work and activities. We also have a school YouTube channel. As the year goes on, I will add links to this, websites that we use. I may say, okay, I need you to go look at this website tonight for homework, and I will post a link there, and the students will know to go and find it. Then I added a document. I have my social studies writing rubric, not to be confused with my social studies writing rhombus. I'll add that link later on. So again, we talked yesterday at our meeting, rubric. I think as the year goes on, as I start to do more projects, I'll end up posting the project rubrics on there as well. And then all the way at the bottom of my page, I have embedded a video. It's actually I guess you'd call it the teaser or the ad video for my YouTube channel. Okay? So if you look all the way down here on the bottom left, there's a button that says Add Content. So that is how you are going to add things to your page. So I'm just going to click on that for a second here, and it bring up your options. Okay, so the very first one are core modules. These are the ones that you are going to use the most often. I would say the one that you're probably going to use more often than anything else is the text box. Okay, There's also events, which you can create an event list. There's also a calendar, which is pretty much the same thing, but in calendar format. You can add a news section. You can add pictures. You can add links to people from the website. So if for some reason you wanted to put Father Jack's bio on your page, you certainly could. You could put your bio on your page. It's probably more likely. Gallery, which is similar to photo album. And then forms. And forms is you can use, could be links to Google Forms, or it could actually be like I showed you the writing rubric a minute ago, which I have as a PDF. You can add it that way as well. So again, I'm going to show you how to do some stuff in the text box in a couple minutes, but that's probably the most common one you're going to use. The second, underneath core modules, are social and embed. So most of these you're probably not going to use unless, maybe you come up with a class Twitter account or a class Facebook account or a class Instagram, or you want to use Google Maps for some reason. Maybe you have a project where you're going on a trip. All right. Video, again, I showed you, and you actually see it behind here. You can embed a video. Please keep in mind that embedding videos tends to slow the website down for everybody. So I would say probably no more than 1 or 2 videos at a time. I know a lot of times we'll say, all right, please go home tonight and watch this video. You can give them the link, but you can actually also embed the video right there as well. But again, we don't want to get too many videos going at once because it does tend to hurt the performance of the website. Then there are a couple of sections here on Catholic content. There's one actually called Catholic content, where there's blogs and stories and today's readings, and then there's Catholic news. And again, you can take one or more of these and put them on your page. Okay, so I'm going to show you some examples of how to add some content in just a moment here. Basically, if you can actually see it on here on the screen, it says drag module. So it's really drag and drop, and then you can edit from there. But a couple quick things. One, as I said, this kind of takes up half the screen. So once you've added something, if you click the Add Content button again, that shrinks back down, and now you actually have a fairly good view of the page. The other thing you can do, and I actually am going to do this right now, and I'm going to use it as a clean page to show you how to do some stuff, is you can add a subpage. Next to Add Content, down here, it says Add Subpage. So if you look on the left-hand side here, you kind of have the list of all our teacher pages again. I actually have several subpages. One says March History Minutes. This is something I run every year. I have one for our Student Council, and I have one for our CBA Model UM. I also will have one, I'm actually going to do that right now, for the 8th grade, so the class of 2019. So what I'm going to do is, and you don't have to add a subpage to do it, so what I'm going to show you now, you can do on your regular page, but I'm going to add this as a subpage because it gives us, again, a clean page to look at here, all right? So I'm going to click Add Subpage. So the navigation name, which is what's going to show up on the side here, I'm going to put class of 2019. Which the page name is going to be the same. You can change it if you want to, and then the page alias, that's fine. So I would leave it the same. So I'm going to click Save. So now if you go back on the left-hand side here, again, Social Studies, Mr. Delaney, the class of 2019 page has now been added. All right, so if I click on that, I can actually edit the title of the page if I want to. Always, when you make any changes, you're going to see down in the right-hand corner here 2 buttons, red and green. The red button says Revert, which means go back to the way it was. And the green one is Publish. If you do not click Publish, first of all, if you make any changes, you will see in the upper right-hand corner here, it's like a little document, and it has the red 1. It means you have made a change. It's really a notification center. But the notification is you have made a change that you have not saved. So you need to click Publish. So I have clicked Publish, and you notice I have no more notifications. Also have no information on the page, but that's a start. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click Add Content. So like I said, most of the stuff you're going to do is probably going to be in a text box. So I'm going to take a text box and I'm going to drag it right there above the class of 2019. So I'm going to click my Add Content to get rid of that. Move my cursor back over here, and here is my text box. Okay, so when I click inside the text box, a couple things you'll notice. First of all, over here is title. So if you want to give this section a title, you can. So for instance, on the previous page, my homework page, I titled one homework. Also, if you want to get rid of this particular section, you'll see the trash can here. Okay, so I don't want to get rid of it, so I'm going to keep it. So I'm going to click in the text box. When you do, you'll notice you get up here this. It looks very similar to what you would see either in Google Docs or in Microsoft Word or any other kind of word, word processing software. Okay, so from this, okay, you can add things. All right, so you can type. So class of 2019, and again, you can change the font size. You can change over here the orientation, the alignment. You can bold, you italic. There are a number of different font choices. Okay, so all of that is fine. Okay, what you also can do is you can add pictures and you can add links. So you don't even need to have a special picture section or link section if you don't want. So I'm going to add a picture right now. Let me actually delete that because I don't need the text there. I'm going to add a picture. So I previously went and found a picture for the class of 2019. So I have them saved in my pictures. All right, and then this comes up. It looks good. I'm going to click Save, click OK. And now this is on my page. Okay? If I want to go type below that, I can. So I'm going to say, welcome to the class of 2019. I hope everyone is excited for a great year. All right, I'm then going to kind of highlight that. Let's make that nice and big. Let's make it bold. And let's align it center. Right, so I'm going to take the picture and that's the right line. All right, and it's really pretty much it. So I'm going to click Publish so I don't lose that. Now, for anything else you want to add, you click Add Content. So now let's say I want to put a link section. I'm going to take that. And again, this is where this gets tricky. I'm going to take that and add, let me scroll down. Take the links and add it beneath that. So now the link section is there. If I click on that again, there's a little plus button to add the link. You can name it. All right. So I'm not going to do one now, but you can put the name of the link and then you'll copy and paste the URL there. You'll click Save and you'll be done. What's also cool is you can reorder this. So if you look to the left here where it says links, you can take this and you actually drag it up and down as is needed. Okay. That's basically it. Those are the basics right there. My advice to you as with all this stuff is to kind of take it and play with it. All right, because even after you publish it, you can go back and edit something. All you have to do to edit, for instance, in this text box would be to click in the text box and I can edit. So my homework, I don't have to add and subtract the whole section every week. I just click in it, erase what I don't need or what I have to change, and add the new stuff. Same thing with links. You can highlight a link, an individual link, and trash it, and so on. And the rest of it, again, you'll figure out the rest of it. If you have any specific questions or issues, please let me know. If there's something you want to do and you're not sure how to do, please let me know and we can figure out the best way to accomplish what it is you need to accomplish. All right. So again, the important thing you want to do is make sure when you're done, always click Publish if you want to keep it. Again, if you do something you don't like the way it looks, you can revert or you can always go back and edit it at a later time. Again, the hardest part really, I think, is kind of the dragging part. Because again, unfortunately, with the top of the screen being static and the add content screen, again, being so large, it gives you a pretty narrow window with which to drag and drop stuff. So again, as long as you get it on the screen, on the page, you can then kind of drag it up and down and edit. But again, as I said a couple times already, the text box will allow you to do text, pictures, links. At least to start off the year, that's probably the place where most of you are going to start. But again, if you want to start, embedding things like YouTube videos or like that, I know some people are going to be using Google Classroom, so I don't know if you want to use those as links. There might be a way to embed, more information from the Classroom on there. We'll have to look at that. So again, please let me know if you have any questions about the eCatholic website or anything else for that matter. And please let me know what you think of the video and other topics you'd like to see. So coming up, hopefully in the fairly near future, will be the PowerSchool How to Set Up Your Gradebooks. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see everybody soon.